Hey folks, welcome to Dmonix's Dvlog, kind of a garden in Devon. It's hot out today. It feels higher than 85. It's supposed to go up to 88 Fahrenheit, but it feels a lot hotter than that currently. 30 Celsius. The humidity is only 48%, but it feels like it's a lot hotter than that. And everything I've done today, I've done like moved something, come inside, get a drink. Done something, go inside, get a drink. I walked to the shitty kitty plaza, and I was soaked when I came back. So yeah, I've just been taking it easy. I think I might plant my chocolate mint plant, even without the amended soil, just in a corner, just to get it growing. And yeah, I wanted to get out the hoses. So like I was saying the other day, my landlady's son has to go in and turn on the water for me. Is that the same freaking caterpillar that I just threw off here? Like, these things are horrible for our trees. They will destroy our trees, and it won't even focus on it. But anyways, get him back over there. Maybe a bird will eat it. But yeah, I figured to put the hose out into the sun and let them warm up so it'll be a little easier to work with. And yeah, I have to get the landlady to turn the water on. And I'm going to put my herbs in the far corner just behind the cage of the hydrangea and the blueberry bush there. So yeah, I think I'm going to go put that in there. And here we have Blotch. Lord. Blotch likes to get his on the roof. Oh, maybe not. Roof's too hot for you today, Blotch? There you go, buddy. Oh yeah, so that's all I'm doing today. And I'm getting ready for a staycation here. So that's about it. And just sweating and feeding peanuts to the grackles. That's a big one. Leave the big ones for the chipmunks. There we go. The chipmunks are fed. The grackles are fed. And I'm back inside where it's nice and cool. Got the AC on and off. Don't really need it full blast because the apartment is cool, but with the heat on the roof, it gets hotter and hotter in here during the day. So usually in the evening I gotta kind of turn up a couple of notches because the heat is penetrating through the roof by that point and steaming up this place. Oh, I see a little bug over there. When I get bugs inside, I have to take care of them rather quickly to make sure that Emmy doesn't see them, because she will destroy everything in this corner to get at that little dot in the corner of the ceiling there, which is probably a spider. Which are okay to have to eat insects, but again, if Emmy sees that, like, it'll be chaos, because she will stop at nothing and destroy everything to get at whatever she's getting at. And yeah, watching Live Aid again. So, figure it's a nice summer video, music. It's all kinds of different 80s music, so it's kind of nice to watch on a hot summer day, not a cold winter day. I was saying that in the summer sometimes it's like, I look at it as the extremes of winter, but in summer. So there's days in the winter, where, the temperature's just ridiculously stupid cold. And so I'll usually go out a couple of days, a day or two before that, stock up and get everything that I need. And then I just don't go out for a couple of days until the cold spell is over. Much the same with the heat. Like, I love summer, I do. I love the sun, I love the heat. But, obviously there's kind of a punishing heat, which it doesn't matter how much you love the sun. I don't know if people love to sweat. I really don't love to sweat. But yeah, it's just too hot to do anything outside today. Like, again, like even just walking, you're just dripping with sweat. And it's nice that it's sunny out and stuff. But is that Blotch back again? But still, yeah, it's just too hot when it's humid, and I don't like the humidity, and neither do my bones. We may be back, we may not. Like, subscribe, and share. Holy, jumped up surfing. Woof. I just went out and all I did was bundle up the hoses. I just dragged them out, stretched them out, and we got a fucking chipmunk. Hold on a second, people. Hey, buddy. There we go. Good. Another one. Twofer. Anyways, yeah, so I bundled up the hoses and got them ready. After supper I might go down and see if the water was left on, which probably shouldn't have been if it was, but if it is left on, then that's better for me. And after supper I might plant that guy before I take off, so yeah, we will get back at her. Sorry, yeah, my brain's kind of fried. It is a hot day. Like I said, like I was out here for maybe 10 minutes, if that, and again, just like sweating from every fucking pore. Fucking sweat stings your eyes, and yeah, it is hot. But I'd rather have this than a foot of snow and freezing fucking cold. So you can always take refuge if you need to. But you got to acclimatize, kitty, because it's only going to get hotter. Might have to shave you. Be a naked kitty. Hello, my friends. Back on this hot, steamy day that's slowly coming to an end. And I just wanted to show you, I bought this yesterday, this big thermos water jug. It's fucking awesome. I'll just say that right now. It was about $20 on sale. And it was kind of funny because when I went up, like I had it in my shopping cart with something else. And I put both of them up at the cashier to scan them. And she like scanned like the two things that I had and didn't scan this. And I could have not said something, but she said, you know, I was kind of like, you know, and I pointed at the thermos and she's like, is that yours? And if I would have said yes, I would have walked out of the store with that thermos. But being the honest, good guy that I am, yeah, I said no. I said no, like, you didn't scan this. So she thanked me profusely because, I don't know, she might have gotten in trouble if somebody would have walked out with this and, you know, walked right past the cash with it and she didn't scan it kind of thing. But anyways, so she did scan it, but it's awesome because it's got this little, I don't know if I can do this one hand. Oh, bloody hell. Haha, pause. So yeah, it's got this little top that comes off, so you can just drink it out of it like that. Or you can put that back on nice and tight, and then press pause again. And then you can also do this, which takes that all off, and then you've got a nice little cup to drink out of. Got a little teacup. Yeah, and you can drink out of that if you want. But I've mostly been just drinking it out of the spout at the top. I'd actually thought about, and I'm pretty sure that there are systems like people who run, cycle, motorcycle, all that stuff, where basically, you know, you got a tube that comes out of here, kind of sits in your backpack, and then you can just, you know, suck the water out instead of having, because this is pretty hefty for even one hand when it's full, and even when it's not full, it's just heavy because it's heavy metal. Yeah, and yesterday I put in, I don't know how many ice cubes I put in there, a bunch, and today, over 24 hours later, the ice cubes, not all of them, but the ice cubes are still in there, and it is still like pretty much freezing cold from when I made it yesterday. So that's fucking awesome. It'll be great for working in the garden here and when I go out and work with Kyron. So yeah, a nice little addition to keep me hydrated during the summer. Previously I'd like use like, you know, like I would keep like one of these bottles or a Pepsi bottle when I drank it, and I'd fill that up with water and put it in the freezer and freeze it, and then, you know, by the end of the day, I mean, it is pretty much melted and like, you know, room temperature water, which isn't that great. So having something cooler, I know they say you should actually drink, you know, not ice cold water, but that's the way I like to drink it. And so yeah, it's nice and cold, and I'm super stoked that I have that in my collection. Emmy is watching the critters outside. Let's go to the other window. Then we don't have to go outside where it's hot. But I rinsed out both of the hummingbird feeders, washed them right out again, made a new batch of hummingbird nectar which they say online is 1 cup of sugar, then like it's like 4 cups of water for 1 cup of sugar kind of thing. So that's what I did. And the very first time I did it, like, yeah, you saw the pictures and the videos. Like, I could sit out here, and yeah, they were coming. And then ever since I washed this last one, the plastic one, as far as I know, nothing has touched it. Like I said, I haven't been like sitting and watching, kind of camping out like I was when I was taking pictures and video. But still, yeah, I've not seen anything come to that feeder. And then last night, the new one, which is actually glass, I saw a hummingbird come to it, and like looked like he stuck his, his beak inside the flower and immediately pulled it out, then did it again, then pulled it out, then went to another flower and I don't even know if he drank anything, and then he flew off. So I don't know what's wrong. I don't, like, they're like, I clean the crap out of them. There's no soap residue. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Today what I did do, because yeah, like the sun shines on those, so obviously it heats up the water quite a bit, which probably isn't that great. So I think what I'm going to try and do is on the really hot days is try and keep them in the shade, or just dump them right out and take them inside. My understanding and what I've seen so far is that usually the hummingbirds were coming in the morning. Oh, there's a hummingbird right there. Oh, awesome. Well, that's just fucking awesome. Hi, buddy. And I don't know, maybe I scared them away because I wasn't standing that close, but nope, he barely drank anything either. So he did fly up into the tree. It might be because I'm standing here and moving, but that's good. But yeah, anyways, I was just saying, I'm going to take them down out of the heat and, kind of keep the water a little bit cooler in there if I can at all, because nobody wants to drink hot, sugary water. Maybe they do like to drink hot, sugary water. But yeah, so I'm just going to keep an eye on those and yeah, try and do things a little better. And the other thing I'm doing too is I looked at Amazon today, and I was trying to find, like, so you can have a water fountain or put some water outside. Oh, it looks like I'm almost out of room here. So anyways, like, subscribe, and share. And yeah, I'm going to try and get a water fountain for the birds as well. I don't know why I'm almost out of room. That's kind of odd. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Yeah, I knew. I didn't know if I'd be back or not, but I am. So, still like, subscribe, and share. Just checking on my biochar mix, which really I can't do anything. I'm going to stir it like every 3 days. I've set an alarm that'll tell me, remind me. Like these little guys remind me. So that I can while you're here, don't go empty-handed. Yeah, I gotta stir it every couple of days just to aerate it, keep it moving around, and make sure that all of the biochar is, because biochar, what I read, is very porous. It's like it's almost like volcanic kind of glass. It's very porous like that. So what you want to do is you want to soak it with worm poo or whatever, kind of amendment that you want to put into it. But I used leaves, like my old compost pretty much has organics in it, and you want all those pores that are in the biochar to fill up with all the biological material, like the molds and all that stuff, because if you put the biochar just into the ground, you get a grackle. I think that's blotch. Yeah, if you just put your biochar into the ground, it's going to suck out of all of the stuff around it, all of those nutrients and everything. So you want to get it filled up now, so when it gets in there, it's not going to pull anything from your garden that shouldn't be. So that's what that's doing. And I'm in a conundrum here because I really don't know what I should do, if I should just, make amendments for like all of my garden beds. 2 to 3 weeks is the wait time. So the choice I have now is scrapping a garden in Devon for this year, or at least it'll be the biochar year. And then next season, the beds will be all amended and all that kind of stuff. And next year, I can just go right into the ground. Or, you know, plant without having to put any amendments really in, because it'll all be amended. So there's that. And what I would have to do if I do want to grow and wait like 3 weeks is I've got to get all of my seeds over in those bags and grab some of these pots. I mean, I've got some of my own really, but basically pre-grow as much stuff as I can in the pots. And then once the soil is ready, then transplant from the pots into the garden. Now, oh, I don't know if that grackle's playing or he found a bug in there or something. Just a little hop. So yeah, I'm not too sure if I want to do the transplant thing. Some people do it anyways, like they germinate their seeds and get them growing and then transplant them. Was watching a video on corn, and they were basically saying that with corn it's actually kind of better if you just go right in the ground rather than try and transplant. That corn doesn't really like the whole transplant thing that much. But we'll see. Yeah, I still haven't made up my mind. I'm going to be away on the weekend here, so I can't do much here anyways. So I think I might just decide over the weekend about what I'm going to do with the garden. But you can rest and be sure to know that you're going to find out here on Dmonix's Dvlog. I'm Chris, the Heavy Metal Gardener. Tune in again. I'm kind of half watching this house across the street. See, so okay, so if you're looking at this video, you might see a telephone pole across the street at the back of the parking lot. That fence right behind it has this like shack that I called like a carriage house. And that's where I thought the drugs were being dealt out of. But it's actually to the left of that. There's another kind of shed, and then there's a house that's there. And that actually, that house had to replace its siding time and time again because the house next to it caught on fire 3 times and melted its siding. But I've begun to notice, and I think I gave the cops false information by telling them I thought they were in that carriage house, because they're actually in the other house around back. And I just saw a bunch of people that, like, I don't know, maybe the cops did get to them and told them to fuck off or something, because the traffic that was in this parking lot doesn't seem to be quite as heavy as it had been. There's still like some yelling at night and stuff, so I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. And I'm going to keep an eye on it.